Mark II Fiat Puntos have a common fault with their airbag systems and the airbag warning light coming on, sometimes for no good reason. The wiring harnesses at the top of the glove box, and also maybe the cable underneath the passenger side seat is vulnerable to being knocked and disrupted, and in this case it can register a circuit problem which can activate the airbag warning light. Once it comes on, it won't turn itself off. The idea is it sets an error code which then demands the problem to be fixed, and then the code is cleared thereafter. However, if you're really sure that there is in fact no problem, then this video is about how to just clear the code and avoid a costly trip to a Fiat specialist. Of course, if there's any reason to believe that there is a legitimate problem with the airbag, then of course that will actually need to be diagnosed and fixed properly. So to clear the codes, you will need a PC-based laptop, and you will need a KKL or vag-com data connector or scan tool. Specifically, you will need one which either comes with the red adapter is for the airbag module, or you will need one like this, which has a switch on it, which allows the internal connections of the cable to be modified so that the computer can talk specifically to the airbag module. And as you can see here, the correct position for the switch in this case is 3. The port for the cable to be plugged into is located behind this access panel next to the steering column. This is held in place with 2 plastic screw type clips, which you sort of unscrew with a quarter turn, just using a coin or a large screwdriver, and then the panel drops down and you have access to the port, which is located here. So you can go ahead and plug the cable in, both ends, and then switch the ignition on, and at this point your PC will be ready to talk to the car. The software you want to use is called Multi-ECU Scan. Now it comes with a quite a good instruction PDF which I suggest you read in order to set it up correctly. Just briefly, this is how you would go about verifying your connection to the car. You open the settings dialog, you select the interfaces tab, you look at the drop down box for the serial port and make sure you have the right COM port selected, and then you click the test button and you will get a readout of data similar to the one pictured. Then before we do anything with the actual interface, we need to tell the software which car we actually have it connected up to. Of course it's a Fiat, and in my case it is a Punto 99 1.2 litre 16 valve. And then from the system menu at the bottom left, we are going to choose the airbag module because that's what we're interested in today. And then you have these options on the right, and I'm not sure you can actually tell easily which is the correct option to choose. I just tried them until I found one that worked. You click the connect button at the bottom right, and then it will try to connect. In this case it's telling you to use either the red adapter or the setting 3 on your switch. Then you press Y to confirm, tell it to connect, and it will try to do so. Once successfully connected, you will get this info readout from the airbag module. This verifies that at least we've connected to it. Now we need to look for errors. That is found under the errors tab, second in from the right at the top. And indeed here you can see it has found 2 intermittent errors in the airbag module. So if you believe you have a legitimate problem which may need fixing, then it would pay to make a note of these at this point before you clear them. But if you're just clearing them to get rid of the light for the reasons I discussed at the beginning of this video, then you can just go ahead and click the clear errors button at the bottom right. And then once that's done and they've disappeared, you can click the disconnect button. And if you happen to be looking at the dash at the same time, you will notice that the airbag warning light goes out immediately in response to this. Okay, so now we can just turn the ignition off and shut down your PC and disconnect the cables. And then finally, you might want to test that the airbag light is in fact staying off, turn the ignition back on or start the car. go through a few cycles and just check, watch that it doesn't come back on. And if it doesn't, you're sorted.